That reminds me कि dream catchers, the first time I heard, पहली बार सुना मुझे लगा ये कुछ सपने catch करता है और I don't know क्या है.
Yeah, that's a classical.
Yeah. So if you could tell me what are dream catchers?
Okay, so for me, how can we explain this to you in easier ways? This is an explanation that I have to give pretty much every day.
Or we can skip it. It's not necessary that you have to.
No, that's fine. So, say for example, I draw a circle here, right? It's just a circle. But say if I sit in the center of that circle, I light a candle and I pray into it. And I ask you to step into the circle. That circle is no longer just a circle. That's a circle of light. It'll hold energy. And when you enter that circle, you will feel different. That circle has now become a sacred symbol. It's like a mandala. Okay. Mandalas are nothing but sacred geometrical shapes that are aligned to bring harmony, prosperity, joy, love, depending on the shape itself. So if you go to Ladakh, you will see, Tibetan monks, they make mandalas out of rangoli. And they do that and it takes them a long time to sit and make it. And they do that with the same intention of creating harmony, alignment, slowing down. So by default, when you look at it, you will not feel what you feel when you look at a pretty carpet. You will feel differently because that has been made with the intention of slowing down. It's been made with the intention of harmony and alignment. Unlike another piece of handicraft. So what you do and why you do it, the intention that you put in your action will define what energy it holds. For me, dream catchers, I've always seen them as mandalas. And this is not something that I've read up online. This is something that I believe in. This is the way I see it. So for me, dream catchers have always been mandalas that hold energy, that can shift the energy of a space through just the power of its geometry. Do dream catchers work? You tell me. It's each to his own. It's like saying, is this rock a rock or is this shivling? I don't know. You know. What does it mean to you? It's up to you. Of course, things need to be energized. Now, energization can happen through faith, through prayer, through rituals, and through just pure love. A ring can become a lucky ring if I believe in it strongly. Just a simple ring. So it's your belief, it's your faith that activates something. In our case, we activate it through Reiki, through the power of faith, through the power of intention. And it is with that intention that we put it at Soulworks.
I read that you activate through Reiki. I couldn't understand what exactly it means that we activate it through Reiki.
So it's there are many healing processes. They are all about invoking a certain energy to heal. There are beings of light all around us. We can channel those energy beings to bring alignment, to bring harmony into our space, into our bodies, into our minds. Reiki is another form of invoking on sacred energy, which exists in the universe, and channeling it to bring harmony and alignment. So you can send Reiki to a person through touch or by being in another continent, irrespective. You can energize crystals with Reiki. You can energize anything that's a living thing that can hold energy. And even a stone can hold energy. As long as it's living, it can hold energy.
Interesting. So, Karima, let me play the devil's advocate here. And I mean no disrespect here. I just want to understand here. Say a person of reason or a person of logic, or let me put it this way, a person who is blinded by logic will not get into the realm of will try to avoid the realm of faith, because faith is subjective. What you believe in is subjective, as you said. कि आप क्या मानते हैं किसी चीज को, जैसे ये लकड़े की मूर्त हो सकती है, या मैं इसमें बुद्ध हैं ये मान सकता हूँ, और मैं मानूं कि बुद्ध हैं तो मुझे पॉजिटिव वाइब्स आ रही हैं, लेकिन कोई और माने जिस कारपेंटर ने इसे बनाया है उसके लिए तो ये काम है, आई डोंट नो 500,000 में बेच रहा है, राइट? तो मेरा बिलीफ इसे वो बनाता है. तो हाउ वुड a person of reason or logic understand the world of dream catchers or...
I'm not here to convince anybody. Also, why should you? Why should you? I'm going to go a bit off topic here, but this is something that I believe in, is that we're always only selling hope. I'm wearing this garment today in the hope that it's going to make me feel good. I'm eating food today in the hope that's going to make me feel full. Right? I've come here in this conversation with the hope that I'm going to gain inspiration or joy out of this time, right? Everything we're consuming, we're actually only selling and purchasing hope. It's a hope. The transaction is always the hope of something, the hope of joy or happiness. Now, whether you are realizing that or no is your part of the story, but this is how I see it. I see myself as somebody who's only constantly looking for hope. There's always hope. Everything is about hope. That Dreamcatcher is also a way of just bringing in hope. That is it. The story ends there. इसके आगे कुछ है ही नहीं. दुनिया में सब कुछ होप की. होप से आगे कुछ नहीं है. होप ही है सब कुछ. मेरे लिए तो होप है.
उम्मीद पे दुनिया कायम है.
उम्मीद पे ही दुनिया कायम है. And if you have hope, then there's everything, no? So when somebody brings a Dreamcatcher home, even if they feel an ounce of hope that is going to change something in my life,
then why not?
Yes. Then why not, na? Then should I continue selling Dreamcatchers? Sure, I will. Now whether it works or no, तो खुदा जानता है. Who knows? Nothing. We don't know.
पर आपको पूरा बिलीफ है कि वो काम करता है. Like it works. That's your...
It would be wrong to say that I believe it works. It is. मेरी बिलीफ नहीं है. ये है. वो मंडला है. मैं मानती हूँ वो मंडला नहीं है. वो मंडला ही है. ये सूरज है. मैं मानती नहीं हूँ. ये सूरज ही है. ये मंडला ही है. वो काम करता ही है. मंडला का काम ही है काम करना. आप उसमें बिलीव करते हो या नहीं करते हो is your part of the story.
Right.
Whether that sun is energizing you and can you live off the sun, that is your belief. That's your journey. That's for you to figure out. That's your process. Whether that Dreamcatcher works for you or doesn't work for you, that's your journey with your Dreamcatcher. It works. I don't have to believe in it. It is. Are you conscious enough or is your energy subtle enough to feel its presence? Sabal utna. Everything, and I'm not talking just about a Dreamcatcher.
Everything, I get that. I get that.
Around you holds energy, holds intention. It simply does. Are you sensitive enough to feel its presence? Like, for me, one of the reasons of also crafting Dreamcatchers was that I am a person who's very sensitive to energy. If I would enter a cafe or a restaurant, I would think twice. I would be wary of where I sit, where I'm stepping into. There could be times when I could step into a restaurant and there could be only one table empty and I just don't feel right about it. And I will step back and wait for another table to be empty. So that's just how I am as a person. You know, you could call it somebody who has she's finicky. Maybe somebody could say that.
Idiosyncrasy.
Or somebody could simply say that it's just how I am. When I sit in a rickshaw, I will think before. I will not just do it. I will ask myself, do I want to sit in this rickshaw? Do I want to spend my 20 minutes of my life in this rickshaw? So for me, it's all about that. So my story is still the same. Do I feel like this Dreamcatcher is worthy of bringing into my space? Is it going to bring me with joy and happiness? The question of bringing anything in your life should be that. Not just a Dreamcatcher. Is where I'm sitting, is this making me happy? Am I feeling fine? I think we stop questioning things. We are simply operating in a very mechanical fashion in our lives these days, no? We're simply doing it. There's no time to take a step back and say, am I okay? How often do you ask yourself, am I okay? Don't wait for somebody else to ask you. How often do you ask yourself? I'm asking you today. When was the last time you asked yourself, how am I feeling?
Not very often.
Not very often, right? Like today when I was coming, I had to ask myself, am I feeling okay about going here? And I was like, I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling fine. You know, it's important. You have to constantly keep asking yourself if you feel fine.
That brings me to sharing and not influencing. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be.